So where in the world is Dr. Brian? Hey gang, it's Dr. Brian McCarley from Genesis Family Chiropractic, and I'm just bringing to you a little different take on Doc About Town. Mrs. McCarley and I are out roaming a little bit, and we went on a little adventure to check some things out. I'm going to pan around here and show you where we are. I'm going to pan back to the west first. Some of you may have guessed by now where we are. And if you're around here in Noblesville, you should know exactly where we are now. So that's looking to the west, down the new Pleasant Street. What are we calling this? An extension? Bypass? What are we calling this? Bypass, I guess it is. So continuing to pan to the north. You can't really see the river to the north from here. Looking back upstream, we're going to cross over Pleasant Street here and look back upriver as we move here. Trying to stay stable here. It's a beautiful day out here today. It's a Tuesday, and there's some people out enjoying the gorgeous weather, tubing, floating down the river, checking it out. So then we'll continue to pan around to the east here. This is looking back towards 37, for those of you who don't like directions but like landmarks instead. Looks back towards 37. You can see the lovely wastewater treatment plant there. But anyway, so you can see us. So there's me. There's Mrs. Doc. And we just finished up with some work at the office, and we decided, you know what? Hey, we haven't walked down on the Pleasant Street construction project yet. Let's go check it out. So we're down here checking it out. It's a beautiful roadway, beautiful scenery, other than the wastewater treatment plant, of course. But hey, you ought to come down and walk while the road's still closed. I don't know if we're supposed to be down here or not, but we are. So it's going to be gorgeous. There's a nice wide trail that goes along the road, and it's on both sides of the road, actually, looks like. Right here where we are, it actually switches from one side to the other. But it connects with all the other trails here in Noblesville. One thing that's kind of cool about that is you'll need to stay tuned, because Mrs. Doc is actually working on a really cool project for those who are interested in the trails around Noblesville, and especially if you're using those trails to train for a 5K, a 10K, half marathon, full marathon, whatever.
If you're crazy like me, want to do a full marathon. Yeah,
there you go. If you're full crazy, you want to do a full marathon, as she says. But she's working on a cool project. It's going to be a little time before we get that ready to roll, but keep your eyes peeled, stay tuned. We'll get that out to you as soon as we can. And in the meantime, go explore some of the trails here in Noblesville. That's one of the things that's been really cool about Noblesville. I know there's been a lot of controversy around a lot of it, but the end result is there are lots of great places to go for a walk or a bike ride and kind of hang out. So check it out. Lots to do here in Noblesville. If you feel so inclined, tag us in your post when you take some pictures where you go. We'd love to see where you're adventuring to. And have a great day. We'll talk to you soon. Hey gang, it's Dr. Brian and Michelle, and hey, we are at Federal Hill Commons in Noblesville, between Logan Street and Connor Street, walking through the park. There's the amphitheater right there. And we are headed over to Food Truck Friday. This is something that Noblesville Park started doing a while back, a couple years ago, I guess, 2 or 3 years ago, and looks like they brought it back this year. And so we're going to go over and take a look and see what we got over here, and maybe grab some lunch while we're here. In fact, I think we're going to grab some lunch while we're here. So stay tuned, and we'll give you a scan of who all's here. Of course, it changes each time. So you're going to want to check the Noblesville Parks and Recreation Facebook page to see who is going to be here, which food trucks are going to be here. So stand by.